Liv Morgan to start new romance with top WWE star to teach Dominik Mysterio a lesson? Looking at the chances. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Liv Morgan, made her much-anticipated return on the latest episode of Monday Night Raw. Morgan appeared backstage when Roxanne Perez and Dominik Mysterio were talking in the Judgment Day clubhouse. The Miracle Kid seemed upset, however. She didn't react visibly and left without much drama. However, comma Liv on her return to the squared circle against Kairi Sane after Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez got into an argument and failed to help Morgan win her bout. The Miracle Kid was upset, and this time she stormed out of the clubhouse after Dominik told her that he didn't watch her match. The WWE Universe has been predicting that the promotion has laid the foundation for a potential love triangle. In a shocking twist, rather than rebuking Dirty Dom for his closeness to Perez, Morgan could make him taste his own medicine and start flirting with JD McDonough to make the Intercontinental Champion insecure and teach him a lesson. The potential angle could open multiple possibilities, from a potential Judgment Day breakup to a Roxanne versus Liv feud over Mysterio. That said, the angle proposed above is merely speculation based on the current storylines, and programming in pro wrestling could take a turn at any moment. While speaking on the Wrestling Time Machine, pro wrestling veteran journalist Bill Apter suggested that he believed the tension that was escalating lately within the Judgment Day, especially with the inclusion of Roxanne Perez, would lay the foundation for Liv Morgan's potential face turn. He also noted that Morgan might even leave Judgment Day as a result of the tensions with kayfabe boyfriend Dominik Mysterio. I think we may see a Liv Morgan babyface turn in the works. Yeah, I think she's gonna be out of the Judgment Day. I don't think she's currently slated for Judgment Day material much longer, he said. It will be interesting to see what plans Triple H's WWE creative team has for Morgan and Mysterio in the coming weeks. This week's WWE Raw featured Liv Morgan's return to weekly programming. Her sudden appearance inside the Judgment Day clubhouse was a huge shock to everyone. The Miracle Kid appeared when Roxanne Perez was massaging Dominik Mysterio's shoulder. Liv asked her, Daddy Dom, what was going on before revealing that Raquel Rodriguez kept her updated with everything related to the faction when she was away. After promising to address the event soon, Morgan revealed that she would visit Raw GM Adam Pearce's office to get herself a Women's Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier. Meanwhile, Jade Cargill is set to battle Nia Jax and Naomi in a triple threat bout on tonight's SmackDown for a spot in the gimmick match. Interestingly, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez had a brief feud with The Storm and Bianca Belair last November. When the babyface duo held the women's tag team title, the Judgment Day member emerged as a prime suspect after Jade was ambushed by a mysterious attacker later that month. However, it eventually turned out to be Naomi. After Jade returned to weekly programming in March 2025, Liv and The Storm had a verbal altercation, which led to a singles match that the 30-year-old won, thanks to interference from the Glow. Given their past bad blood, Liv may attack Jade backstage on tonight's SmackDown and eventually replace the latter in the triple threat match. Since the Garita is one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, she can compete on all three brands. However, this angle is speculative. It will be interesting to see how things turn out on SmackDown tonight. If the above scenario becomes a reality, Liv Morgan can become Miss Money in the Bank for the second time in her career on June 7th. She previously won the coveted briefcase at the namesake PLE in 2022, overcoming Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans, Raquel Rodriguez, and Shotzi. Later that night, the Miracle Kid cashed in on Ronda Rousey to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. Given her prior experience and backup in the form of Big Mommy Cool and Dirty Dom, she could outsmart her opponents, grab the briefcase at the upcoming PLE. However, this angle is also speculative. It will be interesting to see what the future holds for the former Women's World Champion. On Sunday, July 13th, the second edition of WWE Evolution will take place from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, where the company's top female talent and rising stars are expected to compete. Natalya, who was featured on the debut show of Evolution 7 years ago, recently provided her thoughts on the all-women's premium live event on Busted Open Radio, stating that the show should be used to elevate wrestlers who have yet to receive many opportunities in the spotlight. I really want it to be a chance for some women who haven't had the chance yet to shine. Women that haven't had as much attention or haven't had that breakout moment that they need. You know, I would love for this to be a moment for either somebody from NXT. There's just so many women that are just on the cusp and they just need that one breakout moment, so it would be nice to see some legends come back. But I also just want to see somebody that hasn't had that breakout moment get their chance. The former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion also voiced that she wants to see Michelle McCool and Layla reunite to appear as Lay Cool again, and reiterated that including legends on Evolution is important. But the show should also be focused on propelling younger talent. At the first Evolution, Natalya fought alongside Bayley and Sasha Banks to defeat Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan of the Riott Squad in tag team action. If you use any of the quotes in this article, please credit Busted Open Radio with a HT to Wrestling Inc. For the transcription, WWE, quote, S Attitude Era was not family-friendly at all, with many stories and angles that included blood and raunchy segments to boot. Modern-day wrestling has made many strides to elevate women, with divisions that now prioritize their wrestling ability. However, back in the days of the Divas, appeal was the most important, and nobody quite like Sable did at this time, especially in the aforementioned raunchy segments. While her run in wrestling doesn't measure up to many of the biggest female stars of the modern era, Sable was involved in many iconic moments during the Attitude Era, and even had another brief stint during the early years of Ruthless Aggression, where she seemingly passed the torch to another diva who would carry the division for the next few years. However, even during the height of her career, Sable wasn't known for her in-ring prowess, and other divas like Ivory or Jacqueline could have wrestled laps around her. Despite having captured gold on one occasion, Sable quotes accolades might be few and far between when it comes to in-ring wrestling. But her quick rise from a valet to a champion to a trailblazer is a unique story either way.